to my YouTube channel once again. So today we are going to be going through Power Query again. We're just going to go through one simple bit of code using M and a few bits and pieces. So we're going to start off data, get data. We're going to go launch Power Query Editor on the screen here. Okay, so Power Query Editor has come up. We're going to go new source. I'm going to go file, Excel workbook. Actually, today we will do something different. We will go new source, we will go other sources, and we will go web. Yeah, I'm going to mix it up today, make this a little bit different because I haven't shown you guys yet how to bring data across from the web. So here I've got a Wikipedia link to the world records for men's 50-meter freestyle in swimming. Okay, and it's just connecting across here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the right tab, which is this one, because that's the long course world records. Beautiful. Okay, let's say okay here. All right, so it's loading it through. Okay, so for my analysis today, I don't need this column, so I'm going to go remove straight away. Am I happy with the name, the time? Yep, this down here, I don't really need a count for this. That's not important, so I'm going to get rid of that straight away. Okay, the reference column, I don't really care about that, so we're going to remove that. Okay, cool. All right, and then if I wanted to do location, I could split column by positions or by delimiter here. Um, so uh, basically, you would go comma followed by each occurrence of the delimiter. It's probably not going to work because there's a few inconsistencies here, but if you do want to split a column, this is how you would go about it, and you would go right most delimiter. So let's just say we gave that a go first. Okay, so worked. Basically, what I just did there was I split the two columns. We had Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States there. Um, so that now I can change this column to country. Okay, so before we didn't have that, we just had the basically we just well, this country where the record's broken, but that's okay. Basically before we just had the whole um, the city, um, the state in some cases, and the country, or just the city and the country. So what I've done here now is I've split this into basically city slash state and country here on the right hand side. Okay, meet, that's all good. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going, oh, okay, so we've got the date here. What if I want to just do years? So, in Excel, I just do equals the year function on this. But, working with automation in Power Query, when we work with larger data sets, typically, we want to use something a bit different. Okay, so what we would do here instead is we go custom column. Okay, and I'm just going to call this the year. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in what's called a bit of M code. So in this instance, the M code that I'm using is called date.year. As you can see, it come up here. Okay, it came up. So I can get rid of that. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to put in the date. So that's my normal usual column. I'm going to go here. Okay, I've got no syntax errors. So I'm good to go. I say okay. All right, and I've got the year there now as well for my data set. Okay, so now I just go back over here to home and I go close and load. If I want to check it and just sort of see, if there's any errors. No, there's no errors here. 0% is empty, so there's no empty sort of cells there that need to be filled. These ones here have sort of been filled with a dash. That looks good to go. Column profile. Yep, no, that's all good. So that just all good practice here. It's only a small data set, but if you're using something with 20,000 rows, you would use the same principles. Now I go to close and load. Okay, so I'm bringing this across to my workbook now. So this is loading data. There's a nice little connection established there with the Wikipedia source. Okay, I can close that. All right, so that's now there. So if I want to do my pivot table now, I can just go in and just do my standard pivot table. We want a new worksheet here. All right, so let's just say I wanted to know the time. So the time here, I would put here. So these are all the different times. But what I need to remember is some people broke the record multiple times in different years. So if I want to assess time by year, for example, you can see here by some time, years like 2008 and 1980, for example, there's been multiple sort of breaking multiple guys breaking the world record. So or multiple world records. So what I would do here now is I would go down here into field settings and I need to take it away from some. So I need to go away from total to the minimum because we want the minimum or the fastest time. So I go in, okay, the minimum fastest time, beautiful, it's come across. Okay, and now what I want to do is I'm just going to graph this up. So go up here to pivot table analyze. We're going to have a look at the graph here. Okay, and I'm just going to bring this out. And this would be men's 50 freestyle, men's 50-meter freestyle, world record progression. Okay, and then I can now look at, I usually get rid of these. So you go down to hide all field buttons on the chart. Get a trend line. So we can see that there's been a downward trend there to 2009 when the last world record was broken. And then if you start wanting to have a bit of a look into further detail there, what you can then do is you can insert a slicer up here and go country by country, by say nationality of the athlete, for example. Okay, come across here. All right, so that's athlete nationality. I probably should have made that, but that's okay. We're going to go up here. Okay, so I can sort of see the nationality of the athletes. So out of the Australians, okay, there was just one there in 2008. That was Eamon. Yeah, cool. Brazil. Yeah, Cesar Cielo. Cool. All right, West Germany. There was only one in 1979. In that sort of that drug sort of era. Um, or West Germany. No, so that was East Germany, the drug era. Sorry, that was yeah, that was okay. That's probably all right. Anyway, so if I'm looking at this now, uh, so none, and then these two are gone. Okay, so we can see this is updated now. Now what I do is I go to design to redesign the pivot table. I go show in tabular format, and I can now see, who broke those records in what year, and that's come across now to my graph here. So I have a good idea as to who's broken what record in what year there. Okay. If I want to just go off by year, I can do another slicer. But if I want to look at who broke the records in Australia, I can see Tom Yeager, from the United States, and Eamon Sullivan are the two guys that broke the 50-meter freestyle world record, both in Australia. If I want to look at United States-based meets in the 50 freestyle, who these guys are, I can look through and I go, okay, yep, these are the guys that did it. Who was a South African guy? Okay, so it was this Johnny Skinner bloke in 1976 and this Peter Williams in 1988. And you can just sort of start having a bit of a look through the data set like that. Okay, so that's an example there for today that identifies and helps you find data on the web and perform an analysis in Excel to draw some insights from that data. Hope you enjoyed this today, guys, and appreciate all your support. Cheers.